What's going on, guys? Um, just seeing where we're at right now and which stocks are getting the most attention. Nasdaq pushed down, as you can see right here, under this 20 moving average, but we are now coming back up. Complete rejection from earlier today. If we go to smaller time frames, you could see here's your recovery. So went down real quick this morning. We're now pushing back up to the 710 level on QQQ. But if some other stocks that I did today, I went into Bloom Energy, specifically because I've been eyeing the stock for a long time. I've done a lot of reporting on it, a lot of videos on it. And whenever I see a trending stock in a trending industry like Bloom Energy bouncing off of this yellow 200 moving average, as you could see here, then I'm going to get some near-term calls because I want to play that swing back up. And then the icing on the cake was that Nancy Pelosi, this was her first position, 12 million into Bloom Energy. And anytime she opens up a new position over 10 million, that stock is going to rally, and that is what's happening here. So I did two contracts this morning for 918. I took profit when one of them got to 100%. Now I am letting the other contract just keep going. Maybe, it'll go all the way up to 230 or 240. I don't know. It's at 209 right now. But yeah, anytime you see a trending stock in a trending industry hitting off a 200 moving average, then you're going to want to take that going back up. So, yeah, definitely. Yeah, and then also Intel as well. So, Intel looks like it could turn around here. If we end the day with this type of tail candle, then we can get a reversal. I'm thinking of adding more shares right now, to be honest, because buying Intel shares in the 80s is going to be so good going forward. Look at Marvel or ARM or any of the other chip companies. They're all over 200. Intel's at 87. It was almost 150. So it's a big discount to just hold at this area for a little while. But I think the big prize this week is going to be Nvidia. Nvidia is already starting to drop before earnings. If it drops hard on earnings back to like 190, I'm definitely going to take that to play it back up again. If you go back in time and look at all of the drops after earnings for Nvidia, it always swings back up a few days later. So looking to get that at a big discount. If there's any other stocks that in particular that you guys want to see, then I will look at them. But I think those are the five that are going to be the most interesting this week. It's going to be Nvidia, It's going to be Intel. It's going to be Marvel has earnings. Iron has earnings. And now since Nancy Pelosi bought Bloom Energy, now we have to add that in as well. So Nvidia, Intel, Marvel, Iron, BE are the ones to really watch. Also, I'm going to add in Rocket Lab there too and APLD because they're just at such good levels. If you take a look at Rocket Lab right now, it's in the almost in the mid 60s again. So incredibly lucky that this came back down to this area. So to have Rocket Lab at the mid 60s is going to be, I mean, it's like a gift, right? This is definitely be 100 plus stock, 150 plus stock going into next year. You can see it's forming this huge triangle, and my indicators already tell me that. You can see the yellow line now turns into a red one. So eventually what will happen is we're going to end up breaking this triangle going back up again, right? So it'll look something like this. We're going to just end up going up and down, and eventually we break and move higher. Something like that. So if it gets to 62 or 63, I'm going to pick up more shares for sure. APLD, I'm going to do the same thing. This gets down to like 25, I'll pick up more shares. This is another big triangle. Same situation. But if you zoom out on this stock, you're going to see it likes to do this wave in this parallel lines here. So going back up, you're definitely going to see that this is a really good area, a great buying area here. So just to show you here, yeah, it's a good buying area for this to go up. But let's go to dark pool money, unusual options flow. Just want to show you some unusual activity going on here. This is for right now. SanDisk is getting a lot of bullish activity, the most, and Micron, so memory's coming back. Nvidia is now starting to come back for the day. SPY is now coming back for the day. SanDisk is getting a lot right now. Let's see for today. Micron. Yeah, the big memories are coming back with unusual, unusual volume here. If you guys want me to look up a specific stock, I'll do that for do that for you. We can look at the dark pool money. The dark pool money, we have still only 34% is green right now, and so it's still not, a majority of it is flowing positively. So dark pool is still in the negative. But we did have a great comeback today. I mean, we were down a good amount today, and we came all the way back. So yeah, just went over Nvidia. I'll take a look at that again in a second. But you could see on a weekly time frame, here's QQQ, and we're not able to get below the 20 moving average. Look at that. That pink line right here. We're not going below it. Memory is getting smacked because of China. Well, we're starting to come back now, so it might be a good time. I mean, that was going to happen eventually, right? But look, every time we get to this 20 moving average, we don't go below it, right? So now we're bouncing back off of it. We could swing back up higher now. So this is possibly a good entry for a lot of different sectors, especially tech. Earnings today, we could take a look. But yeah, Nvidia, like I said, I'm going to wait until after earnings to scoop this up. Right now, Nvidia, Intel, Marvel, Iron, Bloom Energy, Rocket Lab, and APLD are the stocks to watch at the moment here. Every time Nvidia has earnings, it goes down, and then for a few days, you're able to buy them at a discount. If you ever look back at any of Nvidia's earnings, it always goes down for a few days, and then you can literally just scoop it right back up. So it always bottoms out after earnings, and then it'll be a good opportunity. Earnings is over here. It went down, came back up. Over here, came back down, came back up. Same thing over here, came back down, then back up. So I'm just waiting for that. If we get back all the way down to the support at 190, this red line here will be able to really push right off of that. So I hope it does get that low. What earnings are today? You could go over here to the earnings flow scanner on Trader Pro, and it'll tell you. Tomorrow morning, I think, is INTU and Zoom, or maybe that's tomorrow afternoon. I'm not sure, but those are tomorrow. There's nothing really today. PVD and XPEV. I don't really follow either of those, but INTU is a big company. Zoom is a big company. And then we have NVIDIA, CrowdStrike. INTU actually has bullish flow going into it for tomorrow. So does CRM, Salesforce. Okta Health has bullish flow. Marvel is mixed. Iron is mixed. So NVIDIA, Iron is mixed. Workday, that just got a big private offering buyout, is also bullish flow going into it. Take a look at Cure. It's wild. Okay, we'll take a look. This is the 3X Healthcare. It's like XLV, but like 3X. Yeah, healthcare has been trending. Finance, now fintech, healthcare, energy is starting to come back. Yeah, healthcare looks good. I mean, I like these backbone trend lines that go like this. See it? So if it comes back down to any of these levels, you could just play a little bounce back off of it. It's been riding this 20 moving average the whole way up. So that's pretty good. What were the other ones that you guys wanted? DRAM for memory. All right, let's see what's going on here. I have so many lists. All right, let's draw this out. Actually, let's draw this from scratch. Just take all my drawings out. All right, let's draw this from scratch. This is not the easiest thing to draw, but I need some lines over here. This is going to be, actually, let me do it like this. Let's find the institutional lines first. Anybody could draw lines on a chart. We need to find the actual institutional levels. That's where we look at the GXE levels. So we're right here. The purple line is 50. That's going to be our major support. That's our purple prime apex line. That's going to be our prime support. If we go down, you're going to see the GX profile is going to say that 55 is our last support before 50. Our flip line's 54. On the upside, 57. So, yeah, basically what we see here. If it goes below this 20 moving average, then we can get down to about 50 to 48. If we bounce off this 20 moving average, we're going to probably come up to 61. Now, if we were to run some option calls on that, how much money can we make off of this, right? Oh, Meta is a good one too right now. I have Meta, Rocket Lab, and Bloom Energy at the moment. DRAM, you're going to see, if we do a September 18 call, a 60 strike is $183, so it costs $183 to play this, okay? And if we do play this, you're going to see, if we do get up to that 61 level, you'll make $300 of pure profit. So that's not bad. You turn 180 into 480. That's not bad at all. That would be 162% gain. Even if it takes a few days till Friday, you'll still make 140 something percent in profit. So that's not bad at all. Let's see what else we have here. We could do, let's take a look at Apple is holding 310. I like this big wave for Apple. So this could keep going. Apple likes to bounce off of 310 And that's sort of where we're at with it right now. Let's try to go into what's happening today. 310 is going to be right here, okay? So if we come down and bounce off of this, I might take that trade because there's the 200 moving average on the 15-minute. Let me look at the levels for Apple, for the market maker levels, because these are the most accurate. Yeah, 310 is where our purple line is. And you're going to see down here, there's 310. If we can't hold 312, but we hold 310, that's a decent support. Also, that's again where our purple line is for our prime apex, so we should be able to hold that. That might be a nice little swing play going into tomorrow for Apple to go higher, especially if the market starts to come back. Although Apple makes its own market, so it's whatever. I still think that BE, Rocket Lab, Intel are three really good choices to go forward here. They're at really good levels. Even Iron's at a good level at 40. But this is going to go higher. I mean, Bloom Energy was just at 350. It's at 208 right now. This can definitely go higher. We're bouncing off of this area right here. It's 200 moving average at 188. So we've gone up like 20 points so far. Yeah, about 20 points. Is ELF gonna stop? Yeah, people love the makeup companies because the margins are just so good, and beauty products always do well if they're popular. You know, it becomes a need, not a want. So yeah, ELF Beauty does look pretty good here. This could keep going up to about 110 maybe. It's at 105. But we're filling this gap to the left right here. So that gap goes to 115, and then we would go up to 125. But yeah, this is a big breakout right here. If you guys want to see a true breakout, take a look at gold right here. Gold is in a complete breakout. Let me just take off my indicators, and you'll see it even better. Here's gold and breaking out right here. And then if you go to a weekly time frame, it's even easier to see. This is a pure breakout for gold. And if I put back my indicators, you're going to see you have all this buying pressure building beneath it. That's what you want to see right there. Okay? So if you have these buying pressure levels, it's easy to catch these breakouts because you have that much support under it for it to keep going now. If you look back to gold last year, that's what happened over here. That's what happened over here. And now we're breaking out of this huge structure to keep going up. I think gold's a lot stronger than silver right now. Yeah, I just went over NVIDIA. I'll do it again real quick. But I'm going to wait until after earnings. I want NVIDIA to come back down. Right? And so, again, if you're just joining, it's NVIDIA, Intel, Marvel, Iron, Bloom Energy, Rocket Lab, and APLD are my favorites right now. But for NVIDIA, I need this to come back down after earnings. And then I'm going to scoop it up at a discount because after the last 6 earnings, it goes down for whatever reason. Even though they do have good earnings, it'll fall for 2 or 3 days, and then you're able to buy it at a discount. So that's what the plan is. I'm going to wait on this. If we could get all the way down to 195 or 190, I'd love to pick it up there and then swing it back up again. So we'll see. Going to wait on that. If any other stocks that you guys have, I'll definitely take a look at them. You can take a look at Micron real quick. Micron's fighting for its life over here. Let's take a look. This is how I had it drawn. Here's your falling wedge. Here's your breakout. And then I had this going sideways for a little while over here until we break out again. So it's actually a pretty good deal to get it now. Because if it goes below the 20 moving average and below 900, you know you're wrong. And you could put an easy stop loss there. Or a less expensive way of doing it is buying DRAM and those option calls there. We could take a look at Poet for sure. Poet, I would buy back at like 650. I want to get these as low as possible. So I'm going to wait on Poet. See, this breakout, we did not have any support of buying pressure underneath it. It was not there. Like gold, we had pure buying pressure literally underneath it, you know? So, yeah. Let's see. What else do we got here? We got Dibius coming back up here, bouncing off of 203. I'm still unsure about this. I'd like it a little bit lower, but this candle is very telling. We'll probably just go back up, but it did have an offering last week, so that's why it's down. Apple's now heading back to 310, so maybe we could get a little push off of that right now. This 310 level we could be able to pop right off of, so we'll see. What else do you guys want to take a look at? I kind of like the stocks that we just went over. I think they're going to be pretty good. Nvidia, Marvel, Intel, Rocket Lab, Bloom. Like, it'd be really hard to lose on all of those. I think the riskiest one would be Iron, which we'll take a look at in a second. But Rocket Lab should come down maybe to about 62, and then you could just buy as much as you want at that level. Because I don't see it going below all these levels of buying pressure underneath it. I've never seen that really happen before. So, unless they start losing military contracts, but they get the military contracts like every day, so you should be fine. Iron will be the riskiest going into earnings, but it's really low right now. And if you take a look at this chart, you're going to see, even if I take off my indicators, it flows well, right? It has good levels. Here's your support down here. Here's your resistance up there. Okay, so I think it's possible after earnings, if you look at Nibius and CoreWeave, they did really well, and Iron is very similar to those stocks. Especially with a fresh crypto rally. I think I'm about 60% sure they could beat earnings, but it doesn't mean that they're going to pop up though. So, if anything, I'd love for them to come down more and try to get it at 34 again and play that back up. 34 is a really good support for Iron. What do you guys have? LPT8. Yeah, GE Vernova is another one. But I would just go with Bloom Energy right now. Actually, you're right. GE Vernova is really good right now. And then what you could do is this. Now you've trapped price in this area, 923. This looks good. I don't see why not. This looks pretty good. It almost reminds me of Broadcom's entry right now. Same sort of low possibility here. This is what I had yesterday with our group yesterday. AVGO, Meta, XLU, SoFi, Gold or Barrick, Coin, Hood, Google, and Visa. Did you guys see Visa today? Oh my god. I saw this on the triangle scanner and on TD Pro, and it just absolutely like this was Friday, then this was today. It just took off. So it was cool that it caught this. This is a second stage floating doji candle, and then here's your extension up to resistance. So that's always nice to see. LPTH was breaking out, but didn't last. I don't know. LPTH. Lightpath Technologies. I don't know what this is. Electronic technology. Did we look at this last time? This isn't bad. This gets very rangy, you know? Now, you could draw something like this. Now it has to break that. So we'll see. Google's still holding around the same level here. Eventually, this is going to swing back up too. Any dip for Google is a buy into the future. Speaking of the future, let's look at SpaceX. This is what I have drawn for SpaceX, if you guys can see it. We go down. This is our first push back up. I think we're going to go back down to about 108, 105 to 110. And then we slowly start to build up and then push back up again. I mean, most of the banks have this at 300 a share. You know, it's only at 135 right now. SpaceX at 1.5 trillion market cap. I think in the 2030s, early mid 2030s, this will be 15 trillion. I don't see why not. Facebook was 100 billion in 2013, 2014, and then last year Meta was 3 trillion. So that's a 30x in about a decade. So, you know, I thought that was, you know, I think it's possible. Also, Walmart is pretty good right now as well. Let me see what else. Oh, yeah, let's take a look at Walmart, and then I think that's going to be about it for me, unless you guys have any other stocks that you want me to take a look at. Walmart does look like it's turning around right here. A lot of people in my group bought leaps on this or long-term options on Walmart. It's just super low at the moment. It caught this support down here. I mean, Walmart is going to be higher, right? So it's not like you'll really lose anything buying this. The risk reward on buying long-term Walmart options is incredibly strong. I'll add that to the list too, but I just want to just see what is going on if we do like March 2027. You could do a 150 call for only $65 right now. That's incredible. You get all the way until March 2027. And let's say Walmart goes back up to like 130, you'd make, that's crazy. You'd make 664%. So if Walmart goes up 20%, you'll make close to 650%. Isn't that crazy? I think it's worth it. You only have to pay $65. $65 could turn into 400. Well, it turn into 500. I would take that bet. I don't know. Would you guys take that bet? $65 into 500? It seems pretty good. Let's see, what else do we got here? AA, I'll do these last three real quick. AAOI. Yeah, I mean, I like this bounce off this 200 moving average. It does look a lot better. They did have an offering on Friday, so I might stay away from it. But I do, if you were trying to buy it, this is a good level. AXTI. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. These moving averages in the way though. But I like the tail candle for today. It's a nice little reversal. And then what do we got? Deer. DE. This looks pretty good. This isn't bad. This isn't bad at all. This will work. This will work. I mean, we're at resistance here. Sort of breaking it. As long as this top line becomes support, it no longer becomes resistance, but we kind of break it and then it becomes support, then you can play it off of it. Our next resistance is about 700, so you could definitely get a whole nother leg here. But yeah, again, my list is going to be Marvel, Nvidia, Iron, Bloom, Intel, Walmart, Gold or GDX, probably maybe Coinbase for crypto. That's what I got right now. Unless I'm just completely missing something that's obvious. Okay, so that's the list that I'm going to go with. Unless you guys have something different. No, that's going to be it. Okay, so that's my last list for right now. Marvel, Nvidia, Iron, Bloom Energy, and Intel. Oh, and Rocket Lab. And APLD. So I think these are the best to enter right now, at least, just looking at everything, are the ones to look at. So anyways, if you guys have any questions, you can always message me. I get back to everyone like as soon as possible. And yeah, any questions you have or any videos you want me to make, I'll make them for you. So don't just feel free to reach out to me anytime. All right, guys, have a good rest of your trading day, and I will try to see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye bye.